Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my February TBR, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of the books that I'm hoping to read throughout the month of February. There aren't many books on this TBR because I feel like I'm definitely going to be going to the library at some point soon, so I'm going to be getting library books out, and there were only a few books on my own TBR that I have here that I felt like picking up this month. So the first one is Their Fractured Light by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is the third book in the Starbound trilogy, and this is a trilogy that I've started reading, I think, probably a couple of years ago, so I really need to complete it, and I've really enjoyed the first two books in the series. They're kind of a companion novel series, so each book is about two different characters, but they are all connected, like the story is still a continuation. It's like a sci-fi fantasy series anyway, and it's really good. The reason that I thought I should pick this up is that Warren from Starry Night Reads was talking about this series recently. He did like a sci-fi recommendation video, so I'll link his channel down below in case you want to check that out. But it reminded me that I need to finish this series because he mentioned it, and I was like, I haven't read the third book yet, so I definitely want to do this soon. And the cover is just beautiful, it's so stunning. The next book that I want to read this month, I feel like I put this on a TBR a few months ago, but I didn't read it. It's The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman. I was rereading his Dark Materials trilogy in preparation for the Book of Dust coming out. The Book of Dust is now out, but what else is new? I don't usually pick up books like as soon as they're out, so that's fine. But I reread The Northern Lights recently, and this is the second book in the series. I just really want to read this one ASAP, and this is where, like, Northern Lights I remembered kind of from when I read it as a kid, but The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass, the next two books in the trilogy, I don't really remember at all, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up because I can't remember anything about it. The first book in the series, Northern Lights, though, in case you're interested, is basically about a girl who lives in this world that's kind of an alternative world, like it's sort of like ours but not really. Everyone in this world has what they call a demon, but that's like your spirit kind of is represented externally in animal form. There's just all this crazy stuff going on. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a really good like kids fantasy series. The next book that's on my TBR this month is called Wired Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys. This is a book that is kind of based on Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. I don't want to say too much about what it's about in case you haven't read Jane Eyre, but it's based on one of the female characters in Jane Eyre and gives her a bit more of a backstory, I think. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to read this one. I love Jane Eyre. I have to read this for one of my classes that's coming up this semester, and Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts, she mentioned that this book was going to be on her like books she wants to read soon list sort of thing as well, so it reminded me that I also have to pick this one up, so I might as well read it soon. The final book that's on my TBR for the month is a classic, and it is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. When I did my classics book tag recently, I mentioned that I haven't read any Dickens aside from A Christmas Carol, so I really wanted to pick up either Oliver Twist or Great Expectations, and a lot of people mentioned that this was a book that they loved as a kid, so I thought it might be a good place to start, because if children love it, then surely it won't be too daunting for me to get through, because for some reason with Charles Dickens I just find the idea of reading any Dickens like really daunting. I don't know why, but I thought this would be a good one to start with, and I'm really excited to get into it. To be honest, I don't really know what this is about. I think it's about an orphan called Oliver Twist, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one a lot. So that's my TBR for the month of February. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. I would love to know. You can friend me on Goodreads if you want to keep up with what I'm reading throughout the month, and I will see you guys with another video in a couple days. Bye.